Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening. Good evening. There we go. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Oh, my Lord. I got an interesting show for you guys today, this evening. I know. Some of y'all have been like, why you on late, man? Why you on so damn late? Well, because, one, I wanted to get this story out of the way so I can get it out of my head and get this conversation and this discussion out of my brain. But also because your boy's going to be a little busy tomorrow. So I wanted to make sure I got a chance to talk about this and cover this before the fire starts to go out. And I said to you guys before, I did say to you guys that I wanted to have this conversation. I wanted to have this conversation with the fam and hear your thoughts on this. So I might be opening up the phone lines in a little while to hear your thoughts on this whole thing. We got to break some things down. We got some things to break mother loving down. Okay. So I appreciate all y'all for coming in here and all that. And like I said, I know it's late. I know a lot of y'all are, in my neck of the woods and east. All right. It's late. For those of y'all on the left coast, it's still, later evening, but it's not super late for you guys. But of course, I wanted to get a chance to talk about this. Because I think it's very important. Like I said, this is some serious ish. Sorry, hold on, guys. I'm trying to fix something here so I can take care a little bit of something. A little production stuff for you guys. But anyway, we got to talk about this, of course. We got to wrap. So we're going to get into it. So before we jump into everything, please do me a favor. I know. I appreciate you guys. I know some of you guys are like, whoa, he's on right now? I do some random late shows. You know what I'm saying? And this is a show that can't really be done during the day. I feel like this is more for adults. So I figured this is the right time to be on and talk about it and conversate with my fam and have some adult conversations tonight. Okay? So quick housekeeping. Please hit that like button down below. Crush it. Make it scream out your name. Send it past 100 likes. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. Good evening. Okay? Good morning to those of y'all who are watching on the other side of the world right now. And good afternoon to all y'all who are just getting done with your day, or those who are rewatching this later on tomorrow. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 100 likes. That would really, really mean the world to moi. Okay? And of course, welcome to the Pascal Show for those of y'all who have never seen this show before. And if you do like what you see, maybe you like the purple behind me or something like that, hit that subscribe button, crush it, do what you need to do. It'd be greatly appreciated. Okay? Now, we got to get into some stories, for that day. All right, we got some stories to talk about, y'all. Or one main one. I got another one that I want to talk about here in a little bit. It's crazy. I'm seeing a lot of conservatives. I'm seeing a lot of conservative commentators talk about this particular thing. I'm just giving you a little bit of a breadcrumb or a little teaser, little moosh boosh, whatever the hell it is, you know what I mean? Just a little heads up of what's to come, all right? We got to talk about that too. We're going to take a look at that quickly near the end of this show, all right? Because it's absolutely crazy in my personal opinion, okay? But we have got to talk about this thing. And yes, Rosewood, I do have a Christmas bear behind me and a black nutcracker behind me. So there you go. Hopefully it didn't trigger you too hard, but there you go. All right. So Let's get into it. Yeah, and a black nutcracker mother lover, a black one. All right, come on now. All right. We got to get into this. Now, the thing is, we already know about this whole scandal that's going on between the Kardashians, the Jenners, and Ray J, right? We all know about all that drama for your mama. Well, just the other day, after all this stuff has been, has come out, right? We've talked about this to a very, very lengthy extent the other day when Ray J went to his Instagram and just basically blew the lid off this mother lover. Okay, he said, "I'm going to put cases on. I'm about to expose all y'all." Right? And in my mind, I personally do believe that possibly the Kardashian empire is about to crumble just a little bit. It may crumble. There might be a little bit of a crack in their foundation, after all this is fully exposed. But Ray J went out of his way to expose, showing that they had planned this, that this spicy tape that came out was actually planned, not only just by Ray J and Kim Kardashian, but also Kim Kardashian's own mama. Yes, I said it. And I know we talked about this before, and a lot of us are, some of us are shocked. There's a lot of shock and awe, but let's keep it real. I'm not surprised, but I know a lot of other people were. One of those people that was actually surprised was Miss Candace Owens. Now, the thing is if you don't know who Candace Owens is Black conservative commentator. She has had very colorful opinions about certain things that go from everything from the Poke to George Floyd. I mean, she kind of made her name off of the death of George Floyd and all of that stuff. Now, I'm not here to talk about that because I know there's a lot of people. I know that there's a lot of people that praise this woman, that love what she says, and are with her 110% with her opinions. I am not one of them, okay? I am not one of them. I'm not a fan of Candace Owens. And maybe it's her demeanor. Maybe it's how she presents certain things. She's softened up lately. Before it was very like she was talking to just her demeanor and how she would speak to the audience or to the camera was almost like we were all just idiots. And she was just the smartest person in the room. I didn't like that demeanor too much personally. But then again, a broken clock can be right 2 times a day. Yeah, I said it. I kind of agree with her in what she's saying here. It's crazy. I'm jumping the gun a little bit. You might be wondering, why am I saying that, right? Well, because here it is. Let me just say this. Well, Candace recently went on to her show, kind of floored. She was absolutely floored, completely shocked, floored, surprised, etc. about this new information that Ray J was basically dropping on his IG Live. And like I said, she, like many other people that believed Kim Kardashian being the quote unquote victim, right? That Ray J took this and used this as revenge and leaked these spicy tapes out here. And of course, he's the bad guy because of X, Y, and Z. A lot of people believe that. So she, Candace, among many other people, had very much a guttural reaction to Ray J showing receipts. Her reaction was so hardcore that out of nowhere, let me make sure I have this up and here. Out of nowhere, She says this: Kim Kardashian is the P word, and her mother is a pimp. This is literally what Candace Owens said in a vicious takedown of the reality show family over deliberate, or I like to say planned, release of Kim K and Ray J's spicy tape. So the thing is like I said, I'm not a fan. I'm not. Okay. It is pretty surprising when she said, she just said, you're going to hear it. We're going to play it. We're going to play it together as a family. We're going to watch it because it's not very long. The video, it's not very long. But in a way, yeah. Yeah, technically, yeah. Again, let me preface this by saying first that I am in no way, shape, or form trying to knock down anybody who's in the sex industry, any sex workers or anything of that sort. Not knocking anybody in that realm. And of course, the term prostitute is not a derogatory term for last I checked. But being called one is not the greatest thing in the world, I would assume. I don't think Kim Kardashian, if she was ever to hear this commentary from Candace Owens, I would assume that she's not going to like hearing what Candace Owens has to say about her by calling her such a word. Let's just be completely real. All right. So I want to preface that first, because I know that there's a lot of people out here that are in the sex work industry, or that have friends or family that are. Not trying to knock anybody that's in the game, period. Not trying to disrespect anybody in the game. But when you hear something like this and you hear her reasons why in this video, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a broken clock that happens to be right this time. I never thought I'd ever say anything like that ever in my life about her. But she's kind of right. And I'm going to explain it to you guys here. And we're going to see the video in just a second. But let's continue here. So Candace Owens lashes out at Kardashian, 41, and her 66-year-old mother, Momager, on the Daily Wire talk show on Tuesday. Owens branded Jenner as a pimp and her daughter a prostitute. And I mean, if you really think about it, if this is all these allegations, if all these allegations are 110% true, okay? Technically, yeah. You can basically say straight up, Kris Jenner, she finessed her daughter, and she finessed her daughter's boyfriend at that time, Ray J. Just saying. Okay? So, Owens branded Jenner as a pimp and her daughter a prostitute. The name calling is based on new allegations by Ray J, who is on the infamous 2007 spicy tape with Kardashian, made exclusively to this article I'm reading. Ray J claimed last week that Jenner was in on the release of the spicy tape from the start, which Kardashian and Jenner both vehemently deny. Now, we all saw the video, and we're going to relive it here in this clip, okay? Because we're going to watch this whole clip together. I have to cut in between a little bit because because commentary, and I got to keep things straight real and all that. But you're going to see here very soon, all right? You're going to hear, we're going to relive the lie detector test that was done on a talk show, okay, wasn't done like under the, in a precinct. It wasn't done under oath. It wasn't done in the court of law. It wasn't done like it wasn't like that. It was a Hollywood displayed smoke and mirrors lie detector test on James Corden's what you call it, the Late Late Show. Okay, smoke and mirrors, baby, Hollywood. That's what it was. And yet, for some weird reason, people are looking at this and going, "Well, that must be the truth then," because it's a lie detector test. You see, she's on a show. She's doing the lie detector. It's all real. No, it's not. It ain't though. Okay, it's fake. It be fake though. It be fake. All right, it's not at all. That lie detector test could never be used in a court of law. Let's just say that. All right? No credibility whatsoever. No, not at all. Okay? So, I'm going to show you guys this. I'm not going to play this video, but I want you guys to see the actual title to this Candace Owens clip. Excuse me. This was from 3 months ago. Okay, 3 or 4 months ago. And it says underneath, if you can see, follow with a bouncing ball. It says, I was wrong about the Kardashians. Now, I just want to, let me just blow up this. We're not going to play this video, but I do want to point something out. The whole world was bamboozled. The whole world was led astray, run amok. All right? We were all finessed. Every single last one of us, for the most part, until most of us started realizing, this be some BS. Let's keep it real. All right? Now, we already know about the Tommy Lee and the Pamela Anderson tape. We already know about the Paris Hilton tape, okay? We already know about those scandalous salaciousnesses that has happened in the past. Obviously, it worked out for Paris Hilton. Did not work out for Pamela and Tommy. It destroyed their careers. But it worked for Paris. So then they hoped that they can do the same thing. And the funny thing is, she played the victim. She pulled out her Amber Heard tears. Sorry, I said it. Okay? She pulled out her crocodile tears and tried to make it seem like something that was taken from her, and that she was exploited, and that she was taken advantage of, and that so on and so forth. They exploited her sex. When really what went down was one big fabricated idea for stardom. But what's interesting is Candace Owens was one of those people that was team Kim Kardashian and going, you go, girl. You stay strong. In the very beginning, like I said, just like a lot of other people did too, saying, how dare Ray J do what he did, because he ended up becoming the fall guy. He became the scapegoat. He became the one that they blamed for it all. And he got literally looked at as a creepazoid. So a lot of people were believing this. Now that this Ray J is going, I got receipts. Look at these contracts. She even forged my own signature. She signed the contract, the deliverables for me in her own handwriting, so on and so forth. People are now jaws to the floor. Oh my God. The ones that believed Kim from day one, from the jump, are now, like Candace Owens, now are absolutely shocked. Mind blown. You're telling me that was all a fake? That was all planned out? Again, we got to take a look at this, a little bit of this, because like I said, it's important. There is a part here that I wanted to show you in this particular video that I think is incredibly important. And it has to do with the reality show. It all comes down to the reality show. So let's take a look at this really quick. This is from the video that they did 3 months prior. Okay? Take a listen. Take a watch. It's unbelievable.
It's okay.
It's not okay, though. It's not. You know, on Roblox. You know, Sam was on Roblox yesterday. And a thing popped up. And he started laughing. And I was like, Mommy, look. And it was a picture of my cry face. And it was a game that someone made of Roblox. And it said Kim's new sex tape. When you clicked on it, thank God he can't read yet. And it's like, over my dead body, is this gonna happen to me again? I just want it gone.
Okay. And Duracell. So one thing, notice that this is from their new, this is from their new season. Okay, that clip that you just saw was from their new season of the reality show. All right. It's a clip like, I just want it over with. Come on. I'm sorry, but when you see that, come on. You call it like you see it, though. Tell me you believe that BS. Tell me you believe that BS. Okay? Now, there's more to this clip that I want to show you. Like I said, I'm trying to cut through some of this because we're going to watch the main thing here very shortly. But she pulls up another clip, which I thought was interesting and eye-opening as F. So take a look.
Footage. I really don't know what they have. For 20 years, this has been held over my head of this mistake, or is it a mistake? It was my boyfriend, you know, of years. We go on a trip, we film a video. It's embarrassing for that to be out there, but it's not the most scandalous thing, and I'm not going to be made to feel that way. I'm just human.
Didn't we deal with this the first season of Keeping Up?
Right here.
Good omen, you guys.
What's a good omen?
Talking about your sex tape in the first season. I feel like we're back to day one.
Oh my God, how amazing!
It's a good omen.
So
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pause on that moment because you heard that, right? Oh, it's a good omen. It's a great omen. This is like what happened with our first season. The sex, the spicy tape. This is great. What are you smoking? Hold on. I'm playing that one more time for the nosebleed seats. This is ridiculous.
I'm just human.
Didn't we deal with this the first season of Keeping Up? This is a good omen, you guys.
Bang.
What's a good omen?
Talking about your sex tape in the first season. I feel like we're back to day one.
Oh my God, how amazing!
It's a good omen.
So I just wanted to point those two things out. Notice. I mean, I don't know them personally. I don't know how they rock. I don't know how they work. I don't know how the family is, what the family dynamic is and whatnot. But at the same time, every single last one of them benefited from her backside being on tape. And we already know that Ray J and Kim literally did this more than just once, to the point where they made it a scene. They brought it into the show. They brought the spicy tape back into the show. They brought it back up because they're that desperate for content. They're that desperate for something salacious that will draw people back into their reality show. So they bring all this stuff back up again, make Ray J look like an idiot or a jerk again. And they get more viewers going back to their show on Hulu. You heard it twice. I played it twice. Where Khloe Kardashian was like, "Oh, it's like the first season. It is a good omen. A good omen for success." Her spicy tape Let me just make this abundantly clear. If there was a tape that was the most embarrassing, most revealing tape ever made, right? Your family made a lot of success off of it. 20 years later, 20 some odd years later, you're living your life. You got kids, you're doing your own thing. Suddenly it gets brought back up. If you really gave a damn and it was really leaked, and if it was really leaked, wouldn't you do everything in your power to not have that be brought up into a show? Not be the center of attention again 20 years later? Wouldn't it be something that you just want everyone to forget about so you can keep moving? Keeps it moving? Just saying. To me, sounds like they're desperate. This must be a solid stream of income, the reality show, for the family, or they're not willing to let go. They're like those amazing, like some really great athletes, right? You know, like Jordan. Jordan could not let go. Michael Jordan could not let go. He had to play a few more seasons left. He's like, I still got a few more seasons in me. He didn't want to leave on a high note. He didn't want to leave and retire and, hang his jersey up and be like, and just move on. Buy a couple pizza franchises and live his life. He was like, no, I ain't done yet. I got to play more. I got to play a few more seasons, which were not that great. Okay. Cause he was done. He should have retired. Right. So when you got something like that, all right, they're looking at this and they're going, no, we're not ready to let it go. We're not ready to let it go yet. So they're holding on to this show that it seems like no one really gives a damn about anymore. So they go, let's bring up the sex tape again. Let's bring up the spiciness again. That'll give us a jolt. No, I think it's making it all look very, very bad. Now let's look at this video. This is the video. Candace Owens, like many other people who did not like, except for me, I was sitting there going, we've been known this, man. We've been known this, man. Okay, we've been known this. But at the same time, a lot of other people took what Kim said at face value. It's the same thing as AH. And she's sitting there going, no, I'm a victim. JD did all these terrible things to me, so on and so forth. Crocodile tears, right? Then when she went on the stand, she just crumbled. And everyone was shocked because we are naturally good human beings and want to instantly believe that something like that could not be fabricated. Someone had to have been that evil to take that tape and put it out there. Not like this. Hell no. But let's continue and let's get into this video, shall we?
So I want to talk about Kim Kardashian because this story just keeps getting darker, and I actually can't believe the information that has been exposed about her. If you don't know who Kim Kardashian is, bless you. Honestly, I don't know how you could potentially not know who she is. She is essentially forced upon us by the mainstream media. I feel as though every other article pertains to the Kardashian sisters. And I'm going to tell you how she arrived on the scene. If you already know the story, bear with me, but I'm sure many of my listeners, bless them, do not. Kim Kardashian had a boyfriend. He was, at that time, he still is, a rapper and an entertainer. He goes by the name of Ray J. She was dating her boyfriend, okay? And they decided to record themselves having sex. Now, this was a personal tape meant just for both of them. And eventually, this tape got leaked, right? So Kim Kardashian had a show that was coming out, and eventually this tape got leaked, and her and Ray J had split up. every implication on the show, which tracked her finding out that this tape was going to come out, indicated to the masses that her ex-boyfriend, Ray J, leaked it. And she was horrified by it. She cried for years, episode after episode, about how this could possibly be happening to her. And if you were watching the show, as I was when I was younger, you were sympathetic to her. You actually thought to yourself, this is a horrible situation. I mean, she has a right to have sex with her boyfriend, and nobody would want to know that something that was personal to you was then released to the public, and now people are watching her. So you felt sympathetic to her, right? Well, recently, and now this is some 20 years later, I believe, 20 years later, Ray J is watching an episode of her new show, and she again reintroduces the narrative of her as a victim of the sex tape that got released. And Ray J, who is now much older and has a daughter who is able to watch this show and understand that her father potentially did something awful to make a little bit of money, gets very angry. And he begins going on a rant saying, that is not what happened.
Oh, gotta love these commercials. And what's sad is that it's sad because no matter what, even if he shows receipts, even if he continues to show receipts, there's still going to be a group of people that are not going to believe him. Look at what we look at in the situation that we've been seeing with AH. There's a lot of AH stands out there that will die on that hill, right? Not believing anything, not believing what was found out, right? Still believing her, not believing the proof and the facts that were actually brought up and presented in Technicolor, in 4K in this trial. You have people out here that are not going to believe Ray J till he dies. It doesn't matter. Till he leaves this planet, there are going to still be people, naysayers out there. But what's interesting is they really leaned on this whole victim mentality thing, this whole victimizing thing. She created herself as a victim. People ran to her, okay? Ran to her side, to being like, oh no, you're going to be, you're a powerful, beautiful, sexy woman. You're strong. To the point where she cried her way all the way to a Playboy shoot and drove her sexuality in people's faces. She is still pushing sex to this day. For one person who is sitting there going, oh, I've been exploited, I've been exposed, whatever. She still leans incredibly hard on her sexuality. Every 5 seconds, you open up the Daily Mail, you open up any Page 6 or any of these other Instagram blog sites and all this stuff. They're all talking about, oh, she's got, she did this and she thinned out and blah, blah, blah. She's wearing this and she's scantily clad, showing off her luscious athletic bod in the sun. There's always something about her doing that. Very rarely do you hear about her doing humanitarian stuff. Everything is about her sexuality. Everything. Yet she sat there crying on these shows for years going, how dare they do this? Does that make sense to you? Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a beautiful, sexy, powerful woman. There's nothing wrong with being sexy. But if that's the only thing you lead with, especially after a tape that came out, I don't know. Something ain't right. McChilson, Athletic just came out, bruh. Athletic just came out. Okay. But you know what I'm saying. All right. Looking sleek and sexy. You know what I mean? Something, man. Damn. Okay. But you get what I'm saying. All right. Not knocking women who want to be sexy. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Nothing. But you got to remember, this is the timeline. And this is all that she puts out. All that she puts out. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue. Have mercy.
Actually Kim Kardashian and I decided to release a sex tape so that she would get publicity and so that it would help her become famous. Wow. That is a shocking allegation, right? This is, again, a woman who is put into our faces every single day by the mainstream media. We view her as a victim. Okay, yeah, she got fame in a weird way, but okay, who could hold that against her? And he is now claiming that she was involved. So this week, her mother, who is Kris Jenner, who you might be familiar with, she manages all of the careers of her daughters, went on to a late night talk show with James Corden, and she decided to take a public lie detector test to determine whether or not it was true that she and her daughter sat down with honchos and released the sex tape so that her daughter could become famous. Here is
Honchos. Sorry.
the clip.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. The infamous lie detector test. So let's take a listen.
Did you help Kim release her sex tape?
Did you not?
It's okay. No. No.
True. Of course it's true. Of course it's true.
Of course.
Of course it's true. Of course it's true. This
Hollywood.
is not a publicity stunt at all. This is it. I don't want you to think that Kris Jenner called up her PR agents who are so powerful and basically said, we need to get in front of this narrative that we released the tape. Don't know. Of course it's true.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, she's saying the same things I'm saying right now. I don't know what happened. But I'll tell you this, though. A broken clock can be right 2 times a day. Let me just say that, okay? A broken clock can be right 2 times a day. This is the first time I've ever been on the same page with this woman in my life. On God, okay? Never in my life. So this is shocking. This is a shocking moment on this show. I'm just being real. Shocking moment. But okay. She's right, though. You don't think the PR agents, her PR people will hit up the Late Late Show, said, hey, put in that question. You know, let's just make sure she's wearing thick ass clothes looking like a, you know, Colonel Sanders meets Beetlejuice. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. Man, I can't believe it. Wow, this is broken clock.
This is obviously a lie detector test on a late night talk show. So of course it's true, except it's not.
No, it's not.
So her doing this obvious, almost a stand-up routine.
It's a stunt.
It's a mockery. It should insult your intelligence to believe that she actually took a lie detector test and determined the results live.
Yep.
So
I'm sorry, really quick. I don't even interrupt her thought here, but real talk, there are people in middle America, okay, in Middle Earth, that are looking at that lie detector test that she just did on the James Corden show or the Late Late Show, and they're all thinking, well, that must be the truth. Well, she did the lie detector test, and it came back as the truth, so it must be the truth. No, it's not. Middle Earth, let me tell you, it's not the truth. This is not credible at all. It would not stand in court. She would have to do that whole thing all over again, and she would fail. Continuing.
Ray J hears about this, he watches this, and he becomes infuriated. And he goes on Instagram and decides to expose the Kardashian family for being one of the most dishonest families in media. I would actually say the most dishonest family in media. Here is Ray J taking to Instagram.
Here we go.
Got 400,000.
He
just
heated.
like I got 400,000. We signed the contract the same day. You got the same contract I got, except guess what? You rushed me to sign the contract because your mama was rushing me to sign it. So guess what you did? You signed my deliverables in your handwriting, right? Because you was rushing me. So you signed my deliverables. Kim Kardashian got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at the two, when you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape or the second they've been trying to play me on called Santa Barbara Sex. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the mother and said, hey, we're going to go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it and made a decision. And then you get on whatever show you was on and take a lie detector test with a fraud.
I mean, all I can say to that is, wow. Wow. Indisputable, by the way. He's also dropped the handwriting of Kim Kardashian, the 3, I'm holding it up right now, the 3 sex tapes that her and her mother and him decided to choose between. Her mother was so involved. Did you hear him? She was so involved in the details. She wanted to pick which sex tape to release. And then she went to her friends and she sat down with the honchos and she sold her daughter's body for fame.
Okay. Now, wow, indeed. Wow, New York. Wow. And what's interesting in this situation is she had choices. She had options. She had options. Do you realize homegirl had options? They gave her choices. Okay? She could get the bland, she can get the mild, and she can get the extra spicy. And she chose in between one of those 3. And she said, you know what? This one's good. You know, I like this. It has, you know, I like that. It's, you know, we just need a little extra ranch on that and it'd be good. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Damn. And it's disgusting. Disgusting. It's disturbing. Because ain't nobody, I mean, come on, man. Like, this is the Late Show. So I'm saying this now. Okay? Because it's the Late Show. But do you want your spouse or your loved one's mama know about your stroke game and how you do it? I'm just saying. Do you want them to know about your stroke game? Don't worry, I'll wait. Let that sink in. You got your own mama watching your tapes and judging your man or your woman on how they are giving it or how they're receiving it. She is literally pulling out the legal pad and the pen and going, okay, at 8 minutes and 1 second in, no, don't like that word. You know, and she looks really cute and that, oh, well, you know, maybe she needs to be a little bit more soft in the face. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. Your mama coming in one day. Let's just say you still live with your mama. She's just like, oh, hi, honey. Hi, mom. Yeah. We need to sit down and talk. We need to have a serious conversation. What is it, mom? What's up? Well, I saw the last tape you sent me, and we really need to work on your hips. You know, it seems like, do you have arthritis? Did you throw out your back? Did something happen? Because it seems like maybe you need to do some deadlifts. You know what I mean? Maybe do some more squats. You know, you need to put more weight into your legs. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you put a lot of weight on your arms when you're in the middle of doing you know what I'm saying? Put more of the weight. It's like climbing. You know what I mean? It's like rock climbing. You ever rock climb before, son? Yeah, I have. Okay. Just like that. You know what I mean? You remember when, you know what I'm saying? When Coach Greg showed you how to do the half Nelson? You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. Use more of your legs. You know, more leverage in there when you're doing the thrust, okay? I believe in you. I believe in you, son. Like, what the hell's that? What the hell is that? This is their mama doing this. then went into a place that sells these kind of videos, signed away her daughter's life, signed away her daughter's soul. Let me just say that. I'll say that. Signed away her daughter's soul. And then they took that $400,000 and they chopped it up like crack. They went back in the kitchen. They cooked that thing up into billions of dollars in multiple directions. Real talk. Kim Kardashian's a billionaire. Billionaire. And so are the other girls too. They're all millionaires in their own right. Because she sat down and watched Ray J's stroke game. Come on, y'all. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I digress. Put more, guys, fellas, just so you know, put more weight in your legs. Because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. You start putting your arms, you're putting a lot of weight on your arms. You know what I'm saying? When you're in that position, just giving you guys, I'm just peeping you up on game real quick. All right. Put more of the weight in the legs. Okay. You'll thank me later. Your legs won't be as tired. You know what I mean? Or your arms won't be as tired. You won't feel like your triceps are like on fire. You feel me? Okay. Just saying, work them legs. Work them legs. Let's continue.
Ray J explains, and you can go and you can find these clips online, that this is why they did it. It was the trend. Release a sex tape and you will get some fame. You know, I suppose it started with Pamela and Tommy. Paris Hilton did something similar. And Kim Kardashian and Ray J decided that this would be a good thing to bolster her career, and she went for it.
I hate when that happens. I hate when it happens. All right. But yes, she sold her soul, her daughter's soul. But let's continue.
There are really no words that can adequately describe how positively disgusted I am by this story and what this signifies in terms of the world that we are in today. What this really means, that a mother sat down and decided to sell her daughter's body for fame and money, and she was successful, right? But there are two things here that we need to remember. Not only did she do it, not only should we be completely disgusted by the idea that a mother, I just had a daughter, that a mother would sit down and watch various tapes of her daughter having sex with a boyfriend out of wedlock, and then say, let's sell this tape. This is the best one. You look the best in this tape. This will make you the most famous. Not only is that disgusting, but then that her plan worked. Kim Kardashian is a billionaire today. And she's, by the way, still selling sex. I now hold the opinion that Kim Kardashian is a prostitute. And I'm not going to edit this opinion. Kim Kardashian is a prostitute. Her mother is a pimp. Worse than a prostitute, Kim Kardashian is a corpse. She's a body without a soul.
I just said it, but I mean, obviously she just said it again here. But she sold her soul. Let's keep it real. I mean, all like pushing all religion and all that stuff, you know, like any of that stuff aside. Okay. I mean, we do have something in us, all of us. And I like to call it a soul. So I agree with her on the soul part here. She sold her soul. She sold her soul for millions and billions of dollars. And she straight up called her prostitute. My Lord. Straight up called her prostitute. She, no holds barred. She said, F it. I said what I said. I ain't even going to edit this out. She a prostitute. And her mama is a pimp. So I'm leaving this question up to you guys, because I will most likely open up the phone lines here in just a little bit. Do you agree with Candace Owens or not with this part? Technically, on the technical sides of things, yes. Just on technicality alone, terms, etc. Yes. It really is like that. It really is. And oh my God, like I said, I'm saying, like, is this opposite day? Because I agree with Candace Owens. But like I said, broken clock. But she's going in. She's going in. And I will say this though too, it is about the Kardashians. So I mean, I feel like she and I would be agreeing on a lot of the Kardashian stuff because it's the Kardashians. But there's a lot of other things politically she and I do not see eye to eye. But this is low-hanging fruit. Let's keep it real. This is a ground ball. All right? So, yeah. We both pick up the ground ball the same way on this one at least. But let's hear the rest of this. Oh, wow. I am not open yet. I am not open yet. Phone lines are not open yet. Okay. I did not say call now. Hold on.
She is so emblematic of the society that we live in today. That if you are willing to degrade yourself, if you are willing to denigrate yourself, then our society, our American society will give you more, right? How much are you willing to show us of your body? How much are you willing to give us of your daughter's body?
Yeah.
That is the price of fame, and she did it. So no, it is not an exaggeration to say that Hollywood is satanic, because what could possibly be more satanic than that? What could possibly represent a more incestuous, if you will, relationship than a mother viewing her daughter's body, having sex, and selling it? This is where we're at. This is why we tell you not to follow the Hollywood type. This is why you should not allow your children to idolize Hollywood. This is why you should skip the Emmys, and you should skip the Grammys, and you should skip every other show. Because the people that are receiving these statues, this form of idolatry, I will do anything for the statue. I will do anything for fame. I will abort my child. I will sell my child. You tell me what I have to do. These are not the people that we should be following.
Okay, hold up. Before we go all the way out, and here, this latter part, I don't agree with. Okay, that's the one part I don't agree with. Everything else she said so far, I'm like, she said what she said. I'm shocked too, and I'm more shocked that I agree. Okay, but the last part of, oh, don't watch the Emmys and don't watch the Oscars and all that stuff. Let me keep it real. No one watches those anyway. Let's keep it real. Stop it, Candace. No one watches it anyway. They're boring. No one watches them. But at the same time, I do think that the people who put in the hard work and do really great art, creating these movies and entertainment, if they want to give themselves a slap on the back and give themselves a big hunking shiny piece of metal and saying, you like me, you really like me, then let them do it. You know what I mean? And if you decide to watch it, watch what you want to watch. Okay. But not a lot of people watch all of them. Okay. I mean, I watch the Oscars. That to me is like the Super Bowl for all movies. I watch that. But other than that, I don't watch the Golden Globes or the Emmys or any of those things. I really don't. Just saying. Just me. It's just me. Like I said, I like movies. I watch some TV shows, but like I said, it would have to be it would have to be like Breaking Bad, being up for nominations. Then I'd be like, I need to see that. I need to see Walter White winning a freaking Golden Globe because he is fire. You see what I'm saying? But it's rare that I have a TV show that I'm like, oh, I want to see them win something. Not really. But anyway, moving on. But I do agree on this part. This other part of what she was saying about Hollywood. Hollywood can be, actually, it's more than just Hollywood. Because there's fame all over the place. Okay? There's fame everywhere. On the social medias, on the YouTubes, on the Facebooks, on the IGs, on the TikToks, all this stuff. And the thing that's really interesting is how much our kids are watching these things and they're idolizing the Kardashians of the world. And they're trying to emulate those same people. Like, let's be real. You look at, because real talk, TV is kind of dead. No offense to TV, you know what I mean? R.I.P. Lo siento. But TV is kind of dead. Internet, streaming sites, etc., are reigning supreme right now, right? So a lot of the kids are watching those kinds of things. Now, what's interesting is that you got a Kim Kardashian who has basically set the precedence or set a structure of how a lot of young women, I fear, are looking towards and saying, oh, I have to be a certain way to be idolized. Shoot, forget idolized, just be respected. That's ridiculous. Oh, if I want to be famous, if I want to be, if I want to be a name in these streets, I have to be wearing I have to be scantily clad. I have to be exposing almost everything, leaving little to the imagination, and posting these things on IG. I mean, shoot. Kim Kardashian's spicy tape with Ray J. We are seeing worse on Twitch. We're seeing worse on Twitch. We're seeing just about the same almost on IG. You scroll through at the wrong time. You type in a search word at the wrong time. You're going to find some things, baby. You're going to find some things. And kids can do the same thing, and they're seeing those things. And a lot of these kids, a lot of these people that are out here on their social medias and doing their thing are emulating the same things that they saw. Oh, sex sells. If I show a little booty cheek, I'll get a few more likes. If I'm looking sultry, holding a banana, I will get more likes. That's literally what I see all the time out here on these internets. The views are through the roof, etc. And I get that. I get sex sells. But at the same time, you got people out here acting a damn fool because they have somebody who has already set the bar on, oh, you can be a billionaire too. All you got to do is show a little nip. All you got to do is show a little booty, and you could be a millionaire too. OnlyFans. Let's talk about OF really quick. OnlyFans is skyrocketing. Women are going, and some men, but majority women are on that platform making bank. Good women, I'm sure. Right? These beautiful women that could be, instead of exploiting their sexuality, could be using their time and energy to do something else that could get them hopefully closer to scooping up a multi-million-dollar bag. But instead, they're taking their time and effort to go buy a couple thongs and then go into their bathroom and take a whole bunch of selfies and sell them on OnlyFans, and they're making millions. But this is the society that we're in. This is the society this is the world that has been built. And I'm not sitting here saying that it's only on Kim Kardashian, but she definitely is one of the people that started the foundation of it all. You look at women now, you look at how people, the standards of beauty, we're looking at Kim Kardashian. Everyone wants to look like a Kardashian. More and more. When they thin up and they change their body a little bit, that's a subject. That's an article. That's a YouTube video that people talk about. Think about it. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. We got more and more girls out here that are wanting to be and look like them than wanting to be the next gifted surgeon. We're seeing that more and more. It's insane. It's insane. And it breaks my heart that there are people out here that believe that sex is the only thing that can bring them to success. And like I said, this is crazy to me because this is a broken clock moment between me and Candace. Okay? I agree with her on what she's saying. I agree with her calling Kris Jenner, the pimp. I agree that both Ray J's a gigolo. Just a gigolo. He's a gigolo. Real talk. You can put both of them in the same category in prostitution. Let's keep it straight funkies. Because she sold both of their souls. Both of them. Real quick, I got a couple things. Nicole, wow, thank you so much for, oh my gosh. You have now gifted, 20 memberships. Thank you so much. Wow. Nicole, thank you, Nicole. Dagnab, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. 20 altogether. That's incredible. Thank you. Oh, wow. 25 now. Whoa. Hey, thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. Wow. We have 25 memberships bought by Nicole. Everybody give her some purple hearts or heart emojis in the chat, please. And thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Tish in Tennessee, thank you so much for the 5. I really do appreciate it. She said these things would not play if they were not people willing to pay. Yes. Yeah. This is an example of why I prefer my dogs to people. Not really, but some days. I feel you, Tish. Okay. Yes, you're right. I mean, there is a market for these things. There's a whole issue right now. Whole issue right now. Okay. And Jamaica, yes, I agree. My fam is the best fam on the internet. I'm just gonna keep it real. Okay. They're incredible. So I agree with you, Jamaica. Yeah. Jamaica. Anyway, but it is true. If we look at all this, okay. If we look at all this, I think it's very interesting that there's a market. Sex sells, unfortunately. But at the same time, there's a huge issue that's going on Twitch right now. Twitch users are having big issues and big fights over certain creators, Twitch creators, putting certain types of content on the page or on their channels. Certain type of channels or content is basically showing a lot of nudity or some explicit adult type content that shouldn't even be over there. But for some weird reason, those things are being overlooked more than somebody actually saying like the N-word or saying anti-Semitic remarks on their page. For some odd reason, people will get a slap on the wrist for showing some boobage, okay? Showing the naughty bits. They'll get maybe a day or 7 days, right? But somebody who goes up there and says something else will get banned for like forever banned. And it's very, very interesting. Now, don't get me wrong, anti-Semitic remarks and racial slurs in that kind of way shouldn't be given the thumbs up, or they should be getting banned or getting suspended for a little bit. Abso-freaking-lutely, I agree 110% for that. But what's interesting is there are some other guys that are getting banned or punished, penalized for much less than that. And then there are girls out there that are creating content with their showing off their kibbles and bits. And they only get slapped on the wrist for like a couple days, and then they're back at it again, making money. So it's interesting when you look at certain things like that, when you see the certain bias towards sexuality and how it's okay for certain things. It's unfair, I think. But then it also pigeonholes a lot of women, I feel, that may want to be able to express themselves in a different way or want to find success, but can't because they think, or they go a different route. They go the sex route because they feel that the only way that they can really get people's attention is by showing a little nip or showing a little skin instead of actually showing a little brain, smarts, intelligence, charisma. It's frustrating because we now see more and more kids out here that see the Kardashians, the TikTok girl, some TikTok girls, that might photograph well or look good on camera, but of course everything is put into place and what they're wearing is aesthetically pleasing to what they believe is aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And then another girl who sees that says, oh wait, I can't just be on here and just talk about what's on my mind, etc. I have to wear all this junk. I just think it's trash. I think it's just absolute trash. Okay. But real quick, oh my Lord. Nicole again. Wait, how many times now? Let's see. Whoa. 10, 20, 10, 20. 35? Am I counting 35? 35. She just gifted 35 altogether, okay, in total. 35 memberships. Wow. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 40. 40. Wow. Thank you. Wow. What? 45. Wow. Okay, Nicole. Wow. Nicole, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you. So I'm going to be opening up the phone lines here in just a minute. Nicole, everybody give Nicole some serious love. 50? Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just seeing 45. Wow. And they just keep coming. Nicole, thank you so much. This is dope as hell. Latif just said, thank you so much for the 5. Nicole, effing awesome and a blessing. Thank you so much. Yes, I totally agree. Nicole is the bomb. Thank you so much for the love. Yes, keep continuing to give her as many heart emojis as possible. T. Williams, again, my brother, thank you so much for being in here and being dope and for all your support as well. But yes, thank you all for supporting the show again. Thank you. Man, wow, 50. Now we got 50. I think it's 50 now. Yeah, I think it's 50 now. Dag, nah. Wow, Nicole, thank you. Wow, Nicole. She's like raining memberships. Damn right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to go away for like 20 to 29 seconds, but I'll be right back. And I'm going to be opening up the phone lines. I want to hear your thoughts. This is going to be a short one, though. So I want to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with Candace Owens or no? Get ready. Speak on it's next. I wanted to create something that we could wear to start a very important conversation about mental health and remind those that are lost in the dark that we're here to guide them towards the light. Suicide has taken so many of our loved ones, and it needs to stop. My hope is by wearing these t-shirts and hoodies, we can stop these tragedies and start some conversations. Remember, you are not alone. Yes, I want to remind you guys, you are not alone. Please go over to PascalMerch.com and get yourself a hoodie or a t-shirt. This month is Suicide Prevention, Suicide Awareness Month. We have created some really amazing, authentic tie-dye hoodies and t-shirts that are made specifically for you guys, specifically for this cause. portion of the proceeds is going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So please, 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 definitely, if you can, go to pascalmerch.com and support in any way you can. Because my goal is to bring and shed more light on such a dark subject. Witchy Gemini just said, Pascal, love your energy. Got my shirt Saturday. Love it. It's so comfortable. Thank you so much. Leela, hold on, let me grab these. Leela said, hello, sir. Still waiting for my hoodie. It should be already en route. So you should be expecting something either tomorrow or over the weekend or throughout the next couple days. But be on the lookout for them because we just did a very big shipment of another shipment of orders and all that. Like I said, these shirts and hoodies I'm making with my own two hands. Real talk. And like I said, every single hoodie, every single t-shirt is authentic. None of them are the same. It's not like we went and bought these in bulk and are just printing on top of them. No, I am literally making these with my own two hands every single morning. I am dyeing, or wringing out and hang drying multiple t-shirts and hoodies. So they're coming right from my hands out to you guys. And like I said, it is every single hoodie and t-shirt is being made with love and care, and they're all different. Some have spirals, some are done in different ways, etc. Like I said, it is all different. So you're getting something extremely, extremely authentic. So for as far as that hoodie goes, it should already be en route to you. Like I said, we did one big ass shipment this week, so it should be at your door any day now. Okay. And again, of course, we're making these made to order. So like I said, that's why I mean by it takes a little bit to get them to you, but I'm doing them myself, as well as my family, but I'm doing them. We're doing this together and then doing one big shipment every single week. So yes. Laura, Waldy said, I got my shirt last week. Lost my best friend to suicide in 2007. I still wish I tried harder to get her help, but she refused. This is a great cause, Pascal. Thank you. And I'm really sorry. My condolences go to you and your loss of your friend in 2007. And I can only imagine. I had a friend of mine a couple years ago. Same thing. I didn't know at all. He seemed happy and fine, and made lots of money and was happy, and then out of nowhere so I do feel that it does affect so many people. It does really affect so many people. So I do want to send my condolences for real, and thank you so much for buying the t-shirt. It really does mean a lot. But again, Nicole just keeps raining memberships. Thank you so very much. Thank you again. Thank you. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so very much. Anna Key, thank you so much for the 5 Australian. I would like to gift Nicole with one of your teas. I'm in Australia. How can I do this? God bless you, Pascal and Nicole. Well, what you can do is you can easily put in, you guys should maybe conversate, you and Nicole, and ask for her address. And then when you make the order, you just put the address in the order. It's that simple. But you guys can conversate and talk that amongst yourselves. So Anna and Nicole, Anna, Nicole, and meet, start conversating. Again, Nicole keeps showering us with memberships. Again, thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you. I'm about to open up the phone lines here very shortly. Tish in Tennessee, thank you so much for the 5. I guess this is going straight to a response to Laura Waldy. Please consider getting one. Laura Waldy just brought tears to my eyes. Side note, They hold up well when washed as well. Yes, thank you. We did run that test quite a bit with the washing as well. But we do give you instructions on what you should do for proper washing of the shirts. Okay, just so you know. So anyway, let me open up these phone lines because I want to know. I want to know if you guys agree with Candace or no. We're going to do a quick kind of flash round of phone calls, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Okay. Give me a call. 314-766-4581. Love to hear your thoughts on all of that. I'll put the phone line right there. Do you agree with Candace, or do you think this is a little bit harsh? Way harsh, Ty. You know what I mean? Do you agree or no? Phone lines are open. Do not be shy. We got a phone call. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Tyler.
Yo, what's up, Tyler? How you doing, man? What's on your mind? Speak on it.
I do get kind of irritable late at night, but I'm gonna power through this. I know you got a lot of quick ones. I think. Well, first off, let me just say I hate Candace Owens. I think she's garbage.
Okay.
I know. That's a pretty strong statement to start off with. I don't know. It's probably another thing for another channel. Like I know I watch a lot of political channels anyway, and I know what she's about. I know what she's like. She's terrible, but she's right here in this specific instance. She's right.
Yeah, right. Isn't it weird? Like I said, broken clock. A broken clock can be right 2 times a day. And this one, because like I said before, I'm not a fan. And hey, if you're a fan of her, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? No.
People are gonna think what they think.
Exactly. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, and she most definitely has some opinions. But this one, I was like, oh man, she just dropped some knowledge bombs. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
I agree 110% on what she said, and that to me felt awkward. Felt extremely awkward.
For me, I actually threw up in my mouth a little bit when I said I actually agree with this. I felt sick. I don't know. Somebody that is so just obviously a grifter and just so disgusting in every way. The fact that I'm actually agreeing with her on anything,
it's disturbing.
It's disturbing, and especially if someone like Kim Kardashian, who is odious in a different way, in my opinion. And I don't know. I've never really liked her, and to be honest, I'm surprised people haven't said, "Oh, Pascal, that's kind of sexist of you. Why don't you think women can be like women can do whatever they want and sex they can be sexy and all that and I don't think anyone.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying I'm that, but maybe there's some people who think that maybe there's some people who think that it's like you're controlling women or something. I don't know. But I'm surprised we didn't get comments like that. But.
No, so one thing I will say, because I feel like I try to address it, because I kept saying, hey, you can still be, powerful, smart, and sexy. You can still exude sexuality. You can still be comfortable in your own skin and all that stuff. It's one thing to be comfortable and proud and confident in your own skin, and it's another to exploit it for your own financial gain.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
It's another to just make that your own. It's another to just make that your only identifying factor, because what else is she actually? What else is she actually known for? That's a legit question. What else is she actually known for?
What's interesting is that is the ongoing question here, because she is still posting and pushing sexuality. Yes, sure, she's exonerated, certain prisoners and all that, and she's become,
Right.
she's. I don't know if she's a lawyer now or if she's still studying
I
to
credit
be a
that
lawyer.
to a lot. I credit that more to activists than anything, because there's a lot of people that wanted to get them free and like all that.
Right, but there's certain things that she has done, but at the same time, there's one thing of say, okay, this thing happened. I was young. I was stupid. I did this, this, and this. But now I'm an advocate or like an activist, or I'm doing this, that, and the third. I'm exonerating all these people. I'm doing this, that, and the third to better the world, right? But she's not doing that. She's still exploiting her sex. She's still exploiting her sexuality for her own financial gain. Still, the photos and the paparazzi and all that crap is coming out and saying that. It's like, oh, look at her wearing this latest thing. Go ahead.
She's been doing that since I was like 5.
Exactly. I mean, it's been happening since the day this tape came out. Let's keep it real. And she's been riding that till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? But
right.
But Tyler, I do appreciate you calling in. I know some other people are trying to call in right now, so I appreciate you calling in, my brother. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Talk to you soon.
You're welcome.
Peace. Did have somebody. Oh, I just lost him. Okay. Well, the phone lines are back up. So you guys can call again if you'd like. Okay. Because I did have somebody that was calling in a couple times. There it is. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Brother Pascal, this is Mark Saunders from Houston, Texas. How you doing, player?
Man, I'm good. I am good. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, man. I'm always good to see you on the internet, on these internet streets, doing your thing.
I appreciate it,
Hard
man.
work.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Putting the hard late at night in these internet streets. But yeah, man. What's on your mind, man? What do you think? Do you agree with Candace? Do you not agree with Candace? Do you think it's true but a little harsh? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you this, dude. I literally just was scrolling across YouTube a minute ago, came across a stream, and it's amazing how you can catch the gist of an entire conversation in just a couple minutes.
Right.
Because
right.
I see, you talking about Candace Owens talking about Kim or what's the name? Kim Kardashian's mama pimping him. And I'm like, well, yeah, she kind of did.
She kind of did, though, right?
She kind of did. And dude, I don't. Kim is, I feel, has kind of made the best out of the situation.
Shoot.
I mean, she's definitely parlayed that sex tape thing into like some kind of grand personality and some grand just career that to this day, does anybody still know what a Kardashian does? No.
Hell no.
But we know who they are. They're definitely a part of the American lexicon. But dude, it's not. The problem is not what Candace is not calling. I can't think of that woman. Kris Jenner calling her. Saying that she's pimping her kids. It's when Ray J said it. And Ray J really been putting everything out there. I guess I don't know who called Ray J a piccolo player, but he putting everything out there, player.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really putting the sand on the grit. But I mean,
I love how you said lexicon because I haven't heard that in a long time since like college. But it is interesting because they have been put out there almost like they're royalty,
Yeah.
you know, and maybe that's what Kris Jenner's plan was to do that all along, right? But clearly, you're right. I mean, when we think about it, it's like, what are they known for? They're known for this reality show, and they're known for having very interesting, tumultuous relationships with athletes and celebrities. And that's basically it. I mean, let's not forget. I mean, obviously they have their own businesses and careers and stuff like that. But I mean, but all of it is based off of this reality show. But the reality show would not have existed without the start of the Ray J and Kim Kardashian spicy tape. Without the spicy tape, none of this would exist. Their reality show would be nothing. They wouldn't have a premise or a topic to lean on and going, oh, she's broken up about this leaked tape because of her ex-boyfriend, and he's such a villain. They would not have that storyline to ride on for seasons. And that's exactly what they did, you know? But yeah, I mean, they are definitely their mother, Kris Jenner, has pushed the name Kardashian into the zeitgeist. We all know who they are. The world knows who they are.
And it is to the point, man, they've done it so much and so repetitively that, and I'm not a huge Charlemagne the God person.
Right.
But Charlemagne always says that anytime when whatever various drama that pops up, whether it's Khloe Kardashian mad that her baby daddy then cheated on her for the 45th time, or, you know, Kanye saying something stupid, it always seems like it's a build up to another season of one of their reality shows. He's like, I just feel like this is all promo for another show.
Yep, that's what it feels like. And then a part of me, because of how jaded I am, right, within all this finessing and how they're all just trying to create another thing for another season. In my mind, I'm going, did they maybe pay Ray J to make a fuss about this right now? Is this all one big ploy to get us to watch the next season on Hulu, if they even have another season of the reality show on Hulu? But is this one big ploy? That's how jaded I am, because I'm like, I don't trust nobody now, because it's all Hollywood. It's all smoke and mirrors, baby.
Bro, it's very dangerous, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna hang out at this, but it was very dangerous that they have set this precedent so high that when they actually were dealing with real world circumstances, like when Kim got robbed for that jewelry over in France, what was everybody saying? It's got to be fake.
Yeah. Instead of us
Didn't
going,
we all think that?
no, yeah, we all thought that. We all thought it was content. We all thought it was
made
to create content for the show. Oh, she just got robbed. All her jewelry's gone and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Because we're jaded.
You talking about a woman who was living in fear of her life being, I think she was bound and gagged in the bathroom. I mean, no telling what kind of thoughts are going through your head, but at the whole time you're trying to look for sympathy, and people are like, girl, you just playing. Come on now. Stop, folks. That's it. They're taking the boy who cried wolf fable to a whole new level.
Yep, indeed. I agree 110%, man. But hey, man, thank you so much. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate you, dude, man. Hey, I'm gonna hang up and continue watching the show, and appreciate you, and do your thing, bro.
Thank you, man. I'll talk to you soon. All right, man.
Holla.
Peace. And isn't that crazy that we live in this time or in this world where we're all just super, like, we're jaded from all this stuff. So we, of course I do believe that this is real. I do believe that this has been made, and this conversation or this topic is real. Ray J exposing them, but it does make you wonder, man, is it real or not? Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Pascal, it's Tish in Tennessee.
Hey, Tish, how you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So what's on your mind? Speak on it.
So sometimes I like Candace, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what she's saying in the day. But
Right.
the one thing she does have is some insight into Hollywood. The challenge, though, is that we think it's any different than it's always been. I mean, I love it when somebody says they want to go back to the quote unquote good old days, when really it's always been a place where, you know, sex is for sale. I'm willing to do anything to get to this place where I think is the golden ticket. And a lot of times that golden ticket is not exactly what you even wanted when you got there. And, you know, you want to talk about a woman whose mother put her up to doing this, and think about what that actually means. And then she has to pretty much keep it going because the entire family is now depending on her. So while she is at fault, don't misunderstand me, you know, her mother, that is something horrible to do to a daughter. I've got some granddaughters that are would rival Kim Kardashian in beauty. And I cannot imagine doing something like that to them. But Candace does have, you know, she kind of grew up in Hollywood to an extent. So, I mean, she does know a lot of what goes on behind the curtains. I know with country music and where I live here, I know some people who have, you know, barely famous and gone that route. And it's just, what price are you willing to pay today and what price are you not willing to pay today?
You know, you are 110% right. I mean, if you really think about it, Hollywood has always been jacked up. You know, Hollywood is always, or, you know what, actually, let me take that back. I'm sorry. Let me take that back, because it's not only just Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood now spans out.
No.
So Hollywood now spans or bleeds more into fame, right? You know, entertainment, success in entertainment is now, I mean, you can be famous in you know, in Alaska and have a huge platform in Alaska and have all kinds of people watching your stuff. You don't even have to step foot in Hollywood and still be incredibly successful because of social media. So I look at, you know, when she was talking about Hollywood, yes, you know, there is that Hollywood realm for sure, but it's the internet. It's really social media, and it's fame, really.
Well, and one thing,
go ahead.
Yeah, one thing I'm going to say is going to make us uncomfortable is it's a reflection of us, because if we weren't buying, they would not be selling it.
Absolutely.
So it's a reflection of who we are, whether we like it or not. So you just have to think about, you know, the choices you make every single day. Your other caller said, I can't believe someone's not yelling feminism. You know, they got to point that too. So it's one of those things where in our outrage and anger at something, we can really quickly jump to a conclusion, but you got to look at it from more than one side.
Yeah.
Because there's his side where he, you know, willingly went into this, but like you said before, you know, made a permanent situation with a temporary person. He had no idea of seeing the long term. And at that point, he wasn't thinking about the legacy he was going to leave. But neither did she. Everyone's just trying to, you know, and her, if you look back at her in particular, she's always wanted to be important. It's sad that she didn't really realize she could be important by going to law school and following in her dad's footsteps, that this is what had to start her, right? So just from a parental perspective, but again, you know, you look at poor countries, you look at moms and dads now, people will do awful things to either survive or get to their definition of what surviving is.
You know, what's sad is that's the tragedy of this story in a way for Kim and Ray J. Because Ray J, I'm sure, because of his connections and, you know, what family he's in as well, you know, Brandy, his sister, etc. He's had his own fair share of successes as well. I mean, he's very well off. I mean, he's successful. He may now realize in a tragedy, you know, it's like almost like a Greek tragedy. He's starting to realize that maybe he didn't have to do the stroke video. You know what I mean? To
if
be
you think
successful.
about, you know, she was an assistant to Paris Hilton, right? And they were good friends.
Right.
And she's seeing what Paris is doing. Then you have your mother. Then you have someone who at that point had a lot more clout and influence than she did. And okay, maybe this is a way to get there, and I can do something differently. But the challenge is, I question whether or not she really felt like she had a choice between those two people. Because if your mother's trying to get you to do something and your boyfriend's trying to get you to do something, then it must not be wrong.
Right.
And we want to talk about her, but I think if you remember, I believe she was underage at the time. Felt like at 18, 19. I am so glad the internet was not around when I was that age, because that would kind of be scary.
Right.
So before we're real quick to judge, and there is a point too where you do something and you start a lot and you can't control it. You can't back up from it, and it just keeps going and going and going. And we see that all the time too with our politicians. We want to say, oh, if they would just say, oh, I lied about it, it'd be okay. We wouldn't let them off of the hook for that either. So you can get yourself in a no-win situation, not to excuse anything, but I can totally see, on lower scales in my life where I've done something, and if I'd known the consequences of doing it, I would have never done it.
Yeah.
So if I want grace for that, I've got to give that to her too.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you really look at it, it's kind of a level of not having the right people, not having the right environment around you, or people, the neighbor, the village around you that's raising you, not having the right people in that village to coast you or point you in the right direction, making you think that this is the right way to do it. But then also what you said earlier, it is kind of sad that, we idolize this kind of content. Period. Before she even made this video. That's the reason why they were saying, hey, let's make this video. There's a market for that, which is sad to even begin with, that one young girl, innocent girl, who may be in love with her man, thinks, oh, this will be fine and this will help me catapult my career, without actually really thinking about it. And then, of course, the people around her that surround her, the village that's raising her, is also sitting there going and giving her the thumbs up. It says a lot about the environment that she's in, and the environment that she's still in to this day, because she still rocks with her mom.
Yeah,
she's still playing. She's
here,
still lying and playing dumb with Ray J. He has shown receipts of that. But what were you gonna say, Tish?
Yes, yeah. And here's the other part. I'm not saying what she did was right, and I'm not saying she doesn't have responsibility. She absolutely does. But I stopped short of ever saying that I would have never done X or I would never do Y, because I'm one of those people that believe that you can do anything in the right or wrong set of circumstances. And, if I was in her position, what would I do? I think I know, but can I say that for sure? No, I can't. And, I get where he's coming from. And again, if I were in his spot, would I have done that? I don't think so, but I don't know.
Right.
So it's easy to sit back and judge other people's choices at the time and space they were in by the time and space that you're in today.
Right.
And it's wrong. And again, they're like you said, she didn't learn a lesson. But even in that, what would you do if you were her? It's really hard to unwind that, especially when you're talking about your family. My guess is being Kris's daughter is not the most fun thing in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you may be 110% right there. Yeah, like the whole situation's bad, and it's bad on everybody, because it's just all types of bad choices that led down to a very bad tape. Yes, it turned into billions and billions of dollars for everybody involved. But at the same time, I mean, it's still a lie that was lied to the whole world. And now that it's finally coming to fruition, I'm wondering what's going to happen with how the rest of the world is going to react to this. Because let's be real, is this going to is this going to destroy her career, her businesses, etc.? I doubt it. They'll be able to find a way to spin this for her own financial gain again. That's what I think.
I swear the next president ought to hire Kris Jenner for spin as the next spin doctor, because that is one thing she's always been good at. And I'll leave you with this, is that, yes, she's got responsibility, but so we all have responsibility in what we accept. And like I said, the only thing you can do is go from where you are now and hope that she, something wakes her up and she doesn't do the same thing with her kids. But it seems like to an extent she is.
Right.
But if it's all you ever know, it's kind of hard to change what you slept with at night and what you grew up with.
Absolutely.
Thank you for all you do, Pascal.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, and that wraps the Speak On It segment for today. I do appreciate you guys coming in and chopping it up with me and just having the conversation with me. I got a couple more super chats here. Linda Garza, thank you so much for the 12. Where y'all been? We've known this since Paris. Yeah, I'm also starting to think that the Paris thing is I've been thinking that was leaked from her or from her people as well. Stop making stupid people famous. New fan, I'm digging the TPS. Thank you so much. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you digging the show. And we dig you too. Okay. And I got another super chat real quick. I think it was from Mark Saunders. Yes, $5. Thank you so much. Hey, y'all. The Piccolo player joke was a reference to the old Robin Harris Baby Kids. Baby Kids joke. Yes, man. Thank you for clarifying that. And and Jamaica just said, yeah, I've been thinking that for decades. Like I said, I feel like a lot of us have been believing what we wanted to believe, right? There's so much that has come out over this past weekend, and the week is over now because we're walking into Friday now. But I mean, it's only been a few days, and yet still, like, this is a hot topic, and I'm not sitting here saying that this is going to be a topic that people talk about to an endless extent, but it is a big conversation. But one thing that I liked that Tish said here is the realization. I never even thought of it like that, and I've thought of it that way, but I didn't think of it on this show, which was a very good observation. It's two different things. One of them is the realization that there's a market for that. It was embraced. It was praised upon. It became huge. I don't think anybody, I think everybody, that was around that time, okay, knowing about that tape, I feel like everybody I know has seen it, at least even 2 seconds of it, right? But then it's also the other thing of, it takes a village, right, to raise a child. What about the village that she was surrounded by, the people in that village that she was surrounded by? Pushing or coercing her or convincing her to go down a certain route that maybe she was hesitant about. Or maybe she was just so desperate to be famous that she decided to be like, I'm willing to do anything just asinine and stupid for fame. But here's the thing. There's one person in this whole equation that could have stopped everything just by speaking to Kim Kardashian, convincing her to say, no, put down the tape, put down the camera. Don't need to see Ray J's stroke game. And that is Kris Jenner. It all comes down to her. The fact that she sat down, watched multiple tapes, different takes of her daughter having sex with her then boyfriend, says a lot about the mother and the village that Kim Kardashian was actually growing up in. If that family and if that village was right and had some moral fiber, let's just keep it real, that tape wouldn't have existed. Not at all. Not at all. Don Van E, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. So when I look, okay, welcome to the family, Don. But as I wrap up, as I look at this particular video of Candace Owens slamming the Kardashians and Kim and Kris Jenner for making this tape, calling them what she called them and all that. I agree. Now, I know in certain aspects and certain angles, one might go, that was a little bit harsh. But at the same time, hey, sometimes you just need to say it. And when you look at this, and if it was your own child, would you sign your own daughter or your own loved one's soul away for a couple $100,000? Or no? I will leave that question up to you guys. I already know what a lot of you guys are going to say. Y'all are going to say, hell no, because that's the right thing to say. And because it would be insane if you were to be like, well, if it was $400,000, shut up. Not $400,000. Nothing. I don't give a damn. You can give me $1 billion. You ain't never going to see me do that for my own kid. Are you crazy? I want my kid to live a lovely, wonderful life. Their life, Kim Kardashian's life, has now turned into a tragedy. God knows what she could have become, what more she could have become if that tape did not exist. Sure, it got her millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Sure. But what about respect? What about self-respect? You know, there's the false created self-respect, but then there's also the other one that's real, because she always has that lingering in the back of her head. Doesn't matter if it was 20 years ago, doesn't matter if it was 20 minutes ago, that'll still be lingering in the back of her head. So yeah, I agree with Candace Owens. Kris Jenner most definitely signed away not only Kim Kardashian's soul, but she also signed away Ray J's soul as well. And I feel like now Ray J is just trying to get a little semblance of his soul back. And that's where the tragedy lies. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all you guys for being on here today. You guys have been incredible. Great conversation, great phone calls. And Nicole, let me just kill this music really quick. Nicole, thank you, Nicole. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you so much for gifting all these people. It ain't even Christmas yet, and she just went Oprah on everybody. You get a membership. You get a membership. You get a membership. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nicole. That's incredible. Also, guys, please go and check this out. I'm sorry, Marcus Saunders. Damn you, Kim Kardashian. You got us agreeing with Candace Owens. Yeah, like I said, broken clock. Again, a broken clock can be broken, can be right 2 times a day. And she was right today. But then again, remember, we are talking about Kim Kardashian. Okay, it's kind of hard not to disagree, or it's kind of hard not to agree when it comes to the Kardashian stuff. Let's just keep it real. Sorry, not sorry. But anyway, guys, please go check out PascalMerch.com. Go check that out. Support, okay? Spread awareness. Spread the word about suicide awareness. It is that month. So please go check out those hoodies and T-shirts, all right? And got some other merch in there as well, so go and check those things out as well. It'd be great to have you guys wearing my merch all over your body, okay? So I appreciate you guys. Do not forget to hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Of course, please hit that join button. I mean, unless Nicole, who has been like Santa Claus tonight, unless she gifted you a membership. If you haven't gotten that and still want to support the channel, please go over and hit that join button down below. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show members family, all right? Or family members, okay? Ship, whatever. Anyway, it is time to get going, guys. I love all you guys. Have a great, beautiful Friday, all right? Because it's Friday. Remember that piece of crap song? Anyway, guys, love you guys. It's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very soon And if I don't see you guys tomorrow, have a great weekend, y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.